Sadhguru speaking about a Sufi master of the medieval times in giving out a teaching. So Sufi reacts to Sadhguru speaking on a Sufi master from medieval times. I've seen this video like maybe once, half, then half, some time ago. Let's see. This is gonna be fun. Inshallah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Every human being should be aware of this every moment of his life. It does not matter what the whole world says about you. It does not matter how significant a work you're doing. You must understand that tomorrow morning the world will go on fine without you. Just loosen up your life.
If we can get to the state without ego, that we realize how small we are in this universe, yeah, then that's true. But for many people, they think that they are very important. This is ego.
A little bit, laugh a little more, involve yourself with people around you. Do things that you think is not so important. Don't do things which are very important.
It's a good way of putting it. Slower this a bit.
What are the best practices for someone who is dead serious?
Dead or serious?
Well, you referred to this last night.
Yeah. It once happened. There was a Sufi master in Basra.
Sheikh.
No, Basra? Basra is that place which is famous for pearls today in Iraq, or it's famous for bombing, whichever way. So,
A lot of people are gonna be pissed off when he says bombing, but you know, I've talked about this a lot of time, you know. People in the Muslim world today, they don't want to follow the Sufi sheikhs, because when you follow a Sufi sheikh, he will burn your ego, and that's not easy. It's easier to think that you know Islam the best, and the result is all these fundamentalism and wars and killing each other. So this is what happens when you abandon tasawwuf, is that there is no spirituality. There's no spiritual training. Everyone has big egos and everyone fights everyone, and then you have that. So it's true, yeah. They bomb each other. It's very sad. Very, very sad what's happening in Iraq and in Syria and all those places.
someone came and said, please give me a teaching. He refused. No teaching. Then more and more
You know why? That's how sheikhs teach you shakur. You ask a question, they won't answer. You say, I want to take tariqah, they don't answer. It's to teach you sabr and shakur, patience and gratitude. Very, very classical tasawwuf.
important people started coming to him and said, please give us a teaching. He said, no teaching.
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. That's a real sheikh.
Because he refuses to teach, he became very famous. So one day, a great scholar in the area who is well versed in all the scriptures and everything, he came and insisted, you have to teach. You have something that no scholar can have. I'm beginning to realize that. So you have to teach. You cannot keep it to yourself.
Yes, he can. If he doesn't want to teach, he don't have to teach. Because the thing is, the sheikh, he's not doing it for the dunya. He's not attached to this material world, so he does not see his spiritual station depending on how many followers he has. Therefore, he doesn't teach to please you. So he does what he wills, he teaches, he doesn't teach, he doesn't care about money, he doesn't care about this, he only cares about Allah. This is a sheikh who has reached fana. That's a real sheikh, the story about. Let's continue.
So, the Sufi master looked at him and said, I am not giving a teaching to you, not because I am not willing, because you are not willing.
There you go.
Scholar said, what are you saying? I am not willing, I am here, I am asking you, I am the one who is asking you. And you are saying I am not willing?
No, you are not willing because that's not your intention. Your intention is not the ultimate truth. Your intention is you want teaching so that people can say, oh, look, this guy, he knows a lot. And the sheikh, he can feel that. So he feels that there's nafs, there's ego in this. And this is it.
Now the teaching that I give, you will not be willing. So what is the teaching? Are you willing? Anything, I'm willing. So, the master went inside, brought a dirty-looking piece of cloth and gave it to him and said, wear this as your loincloth. You take off all your robes and nice clothes, wear this as your loincloth.
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah.
The scholar looked at this dirty piece of cloth, said, what this? Not just that. Then I will give you an empty can with a string, wear it around your neck.
Alhamdulillah. Tarbiyah.
I will give you a few sweets, peppermint. You go on the street to the marketplace. All the young boys will look at you and tease you and throw stones at you. Whoever throws a stone at you, take out a peppermint, grin at them and give them a peppermint.
If this scholar would have actually followed what the sheikh told him to do, he would reach fana very quickly. That teaching would have annihilated his ego and burned it into crisps. But he probably didn't follow what the sheikh told him. But if he would have, he should have reached fana very quickly.
The scholar said, this is ridiculous. What will happen to me in this town if I do such a ridiculous thing?
You'll reach fana,
See,
ego
I told
death.
you you're not willing for the teaching. Because the question is just this, do you want a teaching that you like or do you want something that transforms you?
There you go. This is it. This is it. Right there. This is it. This is the problem with New Ageism right there. Take it again.
What will happen to me in this thing? See, I told you you're not willing for the teaching.
This is it right here.
Because the question is just this.
Listen.
Do you want a teaching that you like or do you want something that transforms you?
Amin Ya Rabbi. Tasawwuf, real Sufism is fire on the ego. So real Sufism, you can't even learn it on social media, to be honest, because social media is all about the ego. It's about what you like. You watch a video, like. So you want to be entertained. In New Ageism, they're looking for happiness. Happiness is not Sufism. That's not the intention you should have if you go to Sufism. You should be looking for Allah, looking for ultimate reality that is beyond happiness. So you have to be indifferent to happiness because you want to be happy. That's why if a sheikh tells you go to the marketplace and beg, like the sheikh in Iraq said, no, I want to be happy. I want to feel enlightened. I want to feel this and this and that. This is nafs, that's the ego. So this is it. This is the essence of it. Alhamdulillah, very, very good, story. And it highlights really the difference between New Ageism and Sufism, because I know some people don't know this difference. I have spoken also about it on TikTok. In New Ageism, for a large part, you have this post-Christianity, people looking for happiness. A Sufi doesn't look for happiness because life doesn't happen like that. Then you are a pleasure seeker. You are looking for entertainment, like football. A Sufi is looking for Allah, which is looking for truth. If a Sufi is not looking for Allah, he's not a Sufi. Then he has to change his intention. When you look for Allah, it's beyond happy because life is not always pleasurable. What if you get COVID? May Allah forbid that. You cannot be happy. So if you're looking for happiness, you will all the time live in illusion. This is it. Allahu Alam.